Hey guys, it's your buddy Brucey here. Ever logged in and your base was just gone? Don't worry, today I'll explain exactly how base decay works in ARK Survival Ascended, how to stop it from happening to you, and how to actually use decay to find free loot around the map. On official servers, every structure type, from Thatch to Tech, has its own decay timer, so a tiny thatch hut might vanish in just a few days, while a tech base can last for a couple of weeks. Let's get into it a little bit more in some more detail, and we'll go through how long every structure takes to break down. Here we have our main types of structures: thatch, wood, greenhouse, stone, adobe, metal, and tech. As you can see, a thatch structure has a 4-day decay timer. Wood has an 8-day decay timer. Adobe also has an 8-day decay timer, same as wood. Stone, of course, 12. Greenhouse, 15-day decay timer. Metal, 16-day decay timer. And tech, a 20-day decay timer. Now these are standards, however there are some exceptions to these. Of course, our transmitter also has a 20-day decay timer because it is tech. The generator is 20. A teleporter is actually a 40-day decay timer. And then there are a few structures I call like super tech structures. The cryo fridge has a 40-day decay timer. A gene storage has a 64 decay timer. A 32-day decay timer for the egg incubators. And another 64 decay timer for the embryo incubator. So there are exceptions to the rules, but in general, the 20-day for tech is kind of the max. Now the way I am checking my own decay timers is by toggling the extended HUD. You can open up the menu and toggle the extended HUD on and off. When I turn it on, I can see that my stone structures have a 12-day, turn it off, and it goes back to normal. If you ever want to check what you have for decay timers, you can use that. Now Brucey, why do I care when someone else's base decays, you might ask? Well, because maybe they're built in a super awesome spot you want to build in, or maybe they have some sweet stuff you want to get your grubby hands on. That's right. If you find a decaying base, even in PvE, you can loot it once the decay timer runs out. I could even argue that it's more ethical you do take that stuff. Otherwise, it'll disappear forever, and the hundreds of hours that player put into the game will be completely wasted. By timing this out right, I've found tens of thousands of resources and hundreds, maybe even 1,000 teams and cryopods. This is an awesome way to gain wealth and to continue growing your base in ARK. Here's a base on the server that I play on that is in a state of decay right now. All that is left are metal structures with around 9 days of decay timer left. If this player does not come back within those 9 days and re-render his base, everything will be demolished. Even though the tech cryo fridge has more than 9 days left, because it is on top of a metal foundation, it will go down as well. As you can see, I can destroy the campfire. That is because it has a less decay timer and it doesn't auto decay. Now, what do I mean when I say I want you to fully render in your base? On the right hand side, you see this base here loading in. As each little piece pops in, you can tell that it's rendered. Rendering is a gaming term that we use when something is fully loaded, and when you fully render your base in ARK, that means it's going to be safe to reset the decay timer. As you can see here, I lost some stone ceilings, some stone pillars, and some taxidermy. If you don't want this to happen, be sure to render your base properly. So that's how decay works in ARK Survival Ascended. Now you know how to protect your base and score some loot along the way. If this helped you out, drop a like, subscribe. I post new ARK guides every week, or at least I try to. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there. Thanks, survivors.